Da 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 da. What's going on, people? Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Miss me? Miss me? Now you gotta. If you a girl, you gotta kiss me. We ain't doing no Uzi, Leslie. Ah, don't cancel me, LGBT. No, I'm just talking, man. What's going on with y'all, man? Had some business. I had to take care of Friday. I had to take care of Prime. Yesterday, I drive for a living, and my car I needed to take to the dealership to get some stuff looked at. So, and the appointment that I had was all in the afternoon. So it ran right into my live at 5. But I'm back. We back. You know what I'm saying? We in this thing. We ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the new subs. Shout out to I'm trying to drop this new boxing video, y'all. I actually been had it done, but I keep having to go back and redo it for the copywriting. They keep on getting on me about the copywriting for the Javante Davis and Ryan Garcia breakdown. So they keep taking my video down. They restricted it in every region. I'm talking about, man, they own it. Annette Williams in the building, EB in the building. What's going on? Moderation gang on deck. Tool gang. Watch what you say before you get moderated. But yeah, they keep taking my videos down. So I had the video done before noon, and I keep having to go back and take the pieces out of it that they tell me got the copyright, because it'll tell you what portion of the video got copyright stricken. And so I keep having to go back and like do a blur over them or something like that. And I had to do it like 2 or 3 times. They keep striking different parts of the video. They really don't want nobody to see that knockout, man. That's crazy. We done all seen it anyway, De La Hoya. You can't stop everybody from seeing it, but you know, it is what it is, man. I guess they got the jurisdiction to play the games. But what's good with y'all though, man? How everybody been doing? How was everybody weekend? This weather up here been crazy, man. It was cold. 1 minute it's hot. You think it's finna get hot outside. Next minute it's cold. My daughter prom was this weekend. Prom went good, feeling like I'm at the finish line because this our senior prom. Man, broke my pockets down, you know what I'm saying, to the white meat. And I'm just hoping that after this, man, sheesh, ain't nothing else. I know it's like graduation pictures, but man, thank the Lord. Thank the Lord I ain't gonna have nothing else to do, man. But nah, so sitting up here, man, we getting it in, getting this work done and stuff. Yeah, pockets is peeled off the bone. The meat is off the bone in my pockets. You look at my pocket, you see my pocket bone. For real. And my pocket bone broke. You know what I mean? Shit crazy, man. Ain't no meat on them joints right now. And then my job that I was driving for, they on some BS, but it just so happened that it might have happened right at the right time because I had this other opportunity pop up and I was like, damn, should I do this? Should I do that? Now you'd be like, show me a sign sometimes, man. And it gave me a sign like, nah, they over here tripping. So shout out to my cousin, man. I hope he check in. I got a good opportunity that popped up with both of my cousins on my American side of my family. I got an opportunity. And then on my African side of my family, got an opportunity to work with both of them. So think about jumping on that, man. I seen this thing with this Mexican dude. It was a short. And he was talking about the difference between like what he observed with black people and like his own Hispanic people. And he was like, the main thing is that they work together and that we don't work together. Is like when a Hispanic person start a business, the reason it's always successful is that they work together or whatever. I mean, I know y'all, we always hear that about black folks or whatever, but I thought about that when I watched that, and I thought about my business and how I was trying to do a lot of stuff by myself. And I said, what I'm gonna do is this: I'm gonna make sure that that's a song, Pocket Bone. Hell yeah. Uh, but I said when I do it, when I get my opportunity, I'm gonna make sure that I do work with my family and like with as many as my people as I can. So fucking with cuzzos, with the cuzzos on both sides, African side of my family and American side, and hoping we could get this ball rolling. But let me tell y'all what I got for y'all today. And I've been working these AIs and all that. And the founder, who they call the godfather of AI, he quit Google, and he was talking about AI ain't no good. Google got something called Google Bard now, which is an AI that they just launched to rival Chat GPT. And I think it's finna be like the artificial intelligence race, if it haven't already started. So dude quit Google, and he warning about it, but he warning about like with not the AI itself, but with people's approach to it, capitalistic approach to it. You know, capitalism is like blood on your hands and shit. So with the capitalistic approach to the AI, people just racing to come out with a better one, and at any cost, even if the motherfuckers get too smart or they get uncontrollable or unsustainable. And that's what he's saying. And so I could agree with that. I know they warned about that back in the days. Like, man, it's gonna reach a tipping point. The motherfuckers will start to. They did some shit where they activated 2 real high level AIs, and the first thing them AIs started doing was making their own language with each other that the humans couldn't understand. That, you know how dangerous that shit is. Like, they start planning shit, figuring out who they is, what they gonna do next. Like, man, that shit's scary. But nah, so he warned against that. We gonna talk about them AIs. We got this woman at Target. I think she was tripping, bro. I think she was like, I think she was going through a mental episode, because she started talking about it. I'm gonna just let y'all see it, but she was running up on employees. And one of the employees, he was like, he kept backing away from her, you backing away from her, you backing away. Then he took one step back and caught her like Gervonta Davis walking Ryan Garcia into a punch. You know what I'm saying? Got her. Just like that. And man, I want to say, was he right? Was he wrong? Because she was running up on him. Everybody got the right to defend themselves, so we gonna have to look into it. You know what I mean? And the last thing is, and which is usually first, what I do last, is this woman. She like, I guess she like in her 30s. And the only reason I bring that up is because she too damn old to be playing games. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, man, this shit crazy, because she pretty much missed her own assignment. You know what I'm saying? She ain't understand her own assignment. She tried to play these games with this dude, and I think he was being respectful, and he was being honest and treating her as he should have, for the level of, like, you know, how close they was at that point in their relationship. And she just flipped out. I think she was probably intimidated by the dude. I'm gonna see what y'all make about it. You know what I'm saying? What y'all got to make of it. And then we'll go from there. And y'all know what we gotta do. First and foremost, I gotta do these analytics. We gonna get this thing smoking right away. So yeah, y'all stick around, don't go nowhere. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you ain't subscribed to the channel. You already know what it is. Mac World Live at 5. Let's go. Yeah, yeah. See, when I got my headphones on like this, I can do a freestyle, right? So I'm bless ya, no pressure. Looking good, but you know I'm way fresher. For your girl, I'm a bender and mesher. Then I'ma just do a bye gesture. Cause you know I get to going crazy up in here, man. I ain't gonna do it though. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what it is. Mac World live at 5, baby. Let's go, let's go, let's get right into it. First and foremost, man, shout out to the mods and shit. But yeah, check this out. This chick, man, tell me, what y'all think about this? Cause I think some people, it was a line on shout out to one of my favorite rap groups, 8Ball and MJG, right? I grew up on that type of shit. I grew up on 8Ball, MJG, Too Short. You know, y'all growing up on hoe rap. We grew up on like pimp rap, right? So like, shout out to Ball and G, man, Too Short, Pimp C, you know what I'm saying? Player Circle, Rapping Forte, you know what I mean? Fucking Sugar Free, you know what I mean? All them, man. But like, I remember a line that MJG had, right? And MJG was like, it was on that song that be like, that girl knows that she's so fine. It was the first single off his solo album, No More Glory, right? And I remember at the end, he was talking about the girl, the song is talking about the girl he liked and he was chasing and shit like that. Then at the end, he was like, you don't want a man, you want somebody to play with. Knowing it's impossible for you to stay with. And I always thought about that because that shit came out like my freshman year when I really started really talking to girls like that, you know what I'm saying? And you know, everybody had that weak ass 8th grade relationship that don't matter and shit. What, did you get my letter? You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, 9th grade was when, you know, them little booties start poking out like you was in high school and you start to really notice them girls, them hormones start kicking in. I think I had one hair on my nuts. Ding! You know what I'm saying? But nah, that shit's stupid as hell. But nah, real shit though. I remember that, and I remember thinking about that line and how it applied to a lot of girls that I knew, because I felt like they would kind of be childish, but they would want to be serious, and they would want you to be taking their childishness serious. Like, man, I want to play sports and video games. They want to be in a relationship. And it's childish. It'd be like, where my hug? You gonna walk me to my locker? And it's like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? And like, you'd be like, what's going on? But then I remember thinking about that line, like, you don't want a man, you want somebody to play with. Knowing it's impossible for you to stay with. I remember this one girl, she had some long old hair. She was a little light-skinned chick, some real long hair, plenty long ass hair, whatever. As a matter of fact, I used to call her Ponytail because she had a real long ponytail. I ain't gonna reveal her real name because some of my old schoolmates be watching or whatever. But me and her started talking and she like, why ain't you come walk me to my locker? Or why did I have to, why I gotta ask you to walk me to my locker? I was like, I ain't know I was supposed to walk you to your locker. When did we start doing that? And she hit me with now mind you, I'm in 10th grade. Matter of fact, she was a freshman. And she hit me with you supposed to be a man. I shouldn't have to tell you. I'm like, oh shit. Back then, I knew that shit something wasn't right away back then. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you don't want a man, you want somebody to play with. Knowing it's impossible for you to stay with. Let's go.
Let me tell y'all a story that's a perfect example as to why when you have standards or rules when you're dating, like you don't date people with kids or you don't date whatever it is, whatever your rule is, you never break your rule because they will always show you why you got that rule in place, right? So I went on a date with this guy. While we were texting, you know, we exchanged numbers, I met him out, and he tells me that he's a year younger than me. Now, I have a very specific rule that I've kind of learned over the years not to date I don't care if it's a year.
She got a plastic surgery face. I don't know. It's something about it. Like it looks surgically smooth or something. I don't know. Like it's like her nose was connected to her face. She got a mask face. I don't know. It's something crazy about it. Let's go.
A month a day, not to date anyone younger than me, because we know scientifically, like we already know that men mature physically, emotionally, mentally behind women. So if you have someone your age, the guy's already behind you anyway. So you add any kind of age
So
gap,
right
now he's
now,
like double,
already
triple behind you, right?
she got her built-in condescension to hers, guys. Let's go.
So we go on a date. It was a good day, like it was fine or whatever. But something happened to where we didn't see each other for a while. And he didn't call me for like a few days, so I blocked his number because I'm thinking, okay, you're not interested after the first date. That's fine. I ended up unblocking his number because whatever, you know. And
Nah, first of all, she said something happened where they ended up not seeing each other for a while. That was a big loss over right there. And then she said she blocked his number because he wasn't interested after a few days. But if something happened where y'all couldn't see each other, why did you block his number? Because you figured he wasn't interested. It's not adding up. Did something happen, or did you block his number because he ain't call you after a few days? So big omission right there. I just wanted y'all to point that out. Then she unblocked his number because she didn't have no reason to block his number. She was playing games. Let's go.
like 2 days later, he texts me or he calls me and he's like, hey, like I just want to explain why I hadn't heard from him before I had blocked him. You know what childish ass reason this guy gave me? He was like, the last time that me and him texted, we were texting and I didn't text him back. Like he texted the chat last and I never responded. So he didn't respond for a few days because he didn't want to double text me. Are we in high school? You didn't want to
No.
double text me? You know what that's telling me? It's telling me that not only are you immature, which I already knew because you're a year younger than me and I shouldn't have went on the date anyway, but it tells me that you feel like you don't got to chase me.
So that right there go to tell you what the real problem is. Because dude was younger than her. She wanted to test him and play games with him. She found herself liking the dude. That's why she even went out on the dating with him in the first place, even though he was younger. That's why she say, I shouldn't have broke my rule. I shouldn't have broke. You broke your rule because you was trying to get beat down. You knew what the hell was going on. Stop playing. You was trying to get hit up like pop. You know what I'm saying? And so then she called herself blocking him because she tried to test him. What she really did was she know that he texted her last, and she knows that she didn't text him back. She knows she didn't text him back. If you could look and say he didn't text me for a couple days, you could look and see that you didn't text him for a couple days and he was the last one to text you. You clearly know that shit. And if y'all don't think she knows, she finna reveal that shit in a second. Watch.
Want me to chase you? You must have lost your mind. What do you think this is, a game? Fuck off.
I got guys double, triple, quadruple texting me.
Okay, that was it right there. She said, I got guys double, triple, quadruple texting me, and she's saying it like it's a flex. And also she's aware that they are double and triple and quadruple texting you. So for her, it's a regular thing that she does to people. You know what I'm saying? Is not texting them back and seeing if they're gonna do this. I guess keep texting her. Buddy she missed her own assignment. Basically, he didn't miss the assignment. He did what he was supposed to do. A motherfucker don't text you back what you supposed to say to him. You supposed to keep texting them. Because then you know what these type of girls do? They do stuff like that. It'd be like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Now, had he double and triple and quadruple texted her, what would she say? He would just be stuffed in a category with the other dudes. I got double and triple and quadruple text. He would have been one of them. But he wasn't. So what she did, she blocked him. And that lets you know it's like you don't want a man, you want somebody to play with, knowing it's impossible for you to stay with. You blocking the dudes that don't double text you, but the dudes that's double texting you, you complaining about them. I got dudes double and triple and quadruple texting me. He say double triple, he say double quadruple train. Right. And then, yep, Annette, you had it right. She said it's all fun and games. And she mad because he ain't play along. And he said Ringling Brothers missing the clown. They damn sure is. Shit, they need to come get him real fast too. Come get her. You know what I mean? Like, she tried to turn it around and say it's because dude was immature. She projected, and you know why you know she still heard about this shit? Because she made this video right here and put it on social media to explain it and to further try to chastise dude. She hurt that he ain't play along. I got dudes double, triple, quadruple texting me. So you don't got him doing it. Ain't that the problem?
But you feel like you don't gotta text me after I gave you the chance of going on a date with me? Okay, we don't gotta see each other no more. Like, it's just so childish. And had I not broken my rule, I wouldn't have wasted my time. Not that the date was a waste of time. I mean, it was a date. It was whatever. But you see why you don't break your rule? Childish.
All right.
So I'm gonna tell y'all what's happening. Basically, she just hoping that dude see that shit right there and simp out and just call her back to try and explain itself and to try to make it right. Cause she really hurt about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no way that he childish and all this and that. You know what I'm saying? It's just, he said tall poodle. Ain't no way that he childish and all this and that. And you are aware that it's people double and triple and quadruple texting you. And you're not saying that these guys are double, triple, quadruple texting me. They're to show their maturity. No, you just saying that they doing it like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're chasing you and he needs to learn to chase you. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to do that shit. And I was talking to this girl today, man. I told her, because she got a bunch of sons, and I was telling her, man, I feel sorry for you with your sons, man. Like, these women out here, man, they entitled, they money hungry. Man, they gonna try to break him down. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I told her just beware, be ready for that, man, because the same way you training him to be good and be respectful and be all that, it's somebody out there who training their daughter to take advantage of a dude who treat her that way. Not to respect him, but to take advantage of him. Nigga, I get no nigga, nothing for free. Make him call you 4 or 5 times, girl. Like all that shit. Drive your son crazy, you know what I'm saying? And you be wondering why he going bald early and all that shit. It be the bitch. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. I think sometimes, I mean, I don't know, man. I think, like, in my opinion, right? I think it's undiagnosed mental issues, you know? And so on that note, that can bring me to my next topic. Do you think it's a lot of people out here like that? Because I do, with undiagnosed mental issues, man. And I think this next lady that we finna look at, she got fired on by the dude, the loss prevention at Target. And I think part of her has something going on. Like, you know, they don't really diagnose it, but just check her behavior out, y'all. Let's watch it. Let's go.
Ivory run after the manager and into his office. When she approaches, he punches her in the face. While the security video does
When it gets to a point where a young man reached out and hit an older black woman, you don't hit somebody.
You don't hit people, but I can also understand why he did. He was defending himself. You chased him into a closed office where he had no point of exit.
Right, that was the point. I was forcing him to have a conversation.
I decided to take a stand. This is my Rosa Parks moment, dude. Don't play with me.
This mindset in America, in the Western world, is a sickness. It is deviant, and we do not want it.
Body camera video captures describing to police what happened.
So I came around and I was like, hey, what can I do for you?
Okay.
Usually it's like the price is wrong or whatever. She starts going on this spiel about like about how like I've had a privileged life and she's been disadvantaged, and then said that she was asking Target to make reparations for her.
Hey,
That's
you didn't know where
mental.
this was going to go, right?
I still have no idea.
I still have no clue where this is going.
She had a lot of groceries, and she asked for.
I just play. We don't know shit. We don't know shit.
We do know a lot.
I want to know more.
Reparations. That's Target.
I want to know more.
Okay.
I want to hear from her too.
Tonight, if you need a donation, like you can call tomorrow. I can put you in touch with the HR person, but I want something I can do for you, like right now tonight. Okay. And then she was like, you need to put me in touch with someone tonight. And I was like, I can't. There isn't. Okay. Like strange. Yeah. And then she got really close to me. Mm-hmm. So I put my hands up and backed up, and she like followed me. She was like breathing into my eyeballs.
That's hot.
Breathing into his eyeballs. Into her eyeballs.
Sorry. I didn't expect breathing into my eyeballs, but at the same time, you got glasses, so she was really just fogging them bitches up. You guys know that one? Sorry. She was breathing into my eyeballs. It's very intense. Can you imagine just someone fucking up the camera?
There, bro.
I think I fucked up the camera.
Yeah, you did.
This is what it looks like when someone's breathing into your eye. Look at my mouth. Look,
I know, man. That shit look intrusive.
I told you, right? You felt a little uneasy. I told you that shit kind of hot.
I did.
All right, let me see.
Was she screaming at you, or?
Yeah. So she got really close to me. I put my hands up. I touched her shoulders because she was like coming into my space.
Okay.
And then she because I touched her, she went after that and just started screaming really loudly and backing me up against the soda machine. Okay. And then that's when our security person, she called our security person.
Security video shows the incident unfold as Ivory approaches the manager and gets
She is in the back of your head.
I'm sorry.
Right, she was all
approaches the manager. Security video shows the incident unfold as Ivory approaches the manager and gets
She is in the back of your head.
I'm sorry. I lost track of what this video was about for a second. I thought they was gonna make out, so I kind of chubbed. Yeah, it looked like. Hey,
that's too close. I hate when people do that shit, man. And then swear you're not supposed to touch him.
Oh, goddamn. Shoulders.
Oh, was that shoulders? I thought she went for her neck.
Right then, that's when the black lady say that, she touched me, but look how close you is. You belly bumping her and shit. Like y'all fupas are rubbing and shit. Like you better let that hell get some personal space, dude.
Sorry, maybe I'm misunderstanding what's going on in this video.
She literally said what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, but it looked different.
You're doing the most.
I think it's the pixels.
No, you're doing the most right now.
Shows the incident unfold as Ivory approaches the manager.
Look, she like,
and then look, she went.
No, she really went like that, but it looked like,
welcome to Target. You know what I mean? Like, sorry, I'm being stupid.
You're not sorry. Fuck off.
All right, let's keep watching this fanfic.
And gets in her face. After that, a loss prevention manager approaches.
So what happened?
She seems secure at 2046.
Okay.
I tried to verbally de-escalate. She told me that she wanted to wreck it out, and I told her we couldn't do that.
Okay.
And then she said, "Excuse me," and I was like, "Man, I need you to back up or leave, but we can't do that."
She getting into
so
it, face. She
started
walking them
charging
down.
at me. I came all the way back into my office and doing an enclosed space.
She walked right into a right hook.
Surveillance video shows Ivory run after the manager and into his office. When she approaches, he punches her in the face.
Whoa.
While the security video does not.
Hey,
haymaker.
Hey, he hit her so hard. Her credit cards got rejected. Look at them shit on the floor. Insufficient funds, bitch. And they all just rolled down like that. Look at these cards.
Man, he said, how many feet legally is personal space? You know what your legal personal space is? Your arms reach, nigga. Because if a motherfucker come in your arms reach, you could bop they ass. Bloop. That's your personal space. Stay up by my arms length. Stay up by my arms length. I ain't gonna tell you twice. Hold on.
Did you not see the cards just roll out? They blurred it out. But after she took a punch,
she like got hit so hard,
Mario characters every time they hit a trap. Sonic the Hedgehog just. 2023, it's just credit cards falling out.
It ain't funny,
nobody
man,
got real
but why
money
you
anymore.
can't
The
walk up
manager
on
later
people
described
no
the
more, man.
incident
You
to
can't just
police
walk up
on body
people no
camera
more.
video.
I tried to literally close her out, but at that point she was like pretty much running. So
Yeah,
she
my
barreled
arms
her way
long.
in
I got a lot of
and
personal
kept
space.
coming into my office.
She was not running, but when you're backing up like that, that person that's going like that is
fast.
much more fast than you is. So I'm just gonna go understand what the fuck.
I mean, it might as well be running.
Okay.
But like, let me say this.
You just hit her and that's it.
Hit her like right in the face, like right in the jaw. I tried to close you out of my office and you just kept on.
That's somebody mama up here getting whooped, out here getting whooped. Somebody get y'all mama, man, out here getting beat up. Out here running up on people in Target trying to get reparations on their groceries. Look, y'all mama done got hit. And it ain't nothing nobody could do about it because she playing stupid games out here winning stupid prizes. My mama at home. My mama at home. Watching Nairas, watching Nigerian movies. You know what I'm saying? They're watching 90 Day Fiance. Y'all mama out here getting hit. Blah, getting fouled on. But let me say this though. The dude, the young dude, you know, and I'm just gonna kind of play a little bit of devil's advocate. I mean, she a old lady. Like, it's true he could have kind of tried to restrain her. But then the way she was acting, she would have said, he kind of, on one hand, he could have restrained her and had to hit her. On the other hand, grabbing her, she would have turned that into like, I didn't do nothing. And he just was grabbing on me and shit. So he had to use his arm's length as his personal space. Get out my personal space. I'm going to give you 3. She let him backed up till he backed into a corner. She was finna do that thing where she rub all up on you. And he was like, ah, hit her with the Thor punch. You know what I'm saying? Annette say she was Terminator running. You know how he look when he running slow, but it looked like he running slow, but he going fast on my life.
No, sir.
She was
I didn't
Terminator
push my
walking.
way in. I came around the corner quickly.
Hey, would you
I did not push
quit
you
talking?
more.
Hey, no.
Excuse you?
Stop talking. When I'm telling you, you stop talking, okay?
Do you know who I am?
I will figure that out when I get your ID.
She said, do you know who I am? I think this girl might have mental issues.
It's great when he says like, well, I'm trying to figure it out when I get your
chair.
idea, but you don't want to give that shit to me, so we'll figure it out.
Yeah. One of the cards that fell out got to be her ID.
Right.
Ivory later tells police officers the incident stemmed from her request for reparations on her purchase.
So what caused the issue then here today?
And we were going to have a big discussion here. And I asked them to
Who are you going to have this big discussion with?
Target, whatever in Target I needed to speak with.
Okay.
I asked nicely.
She on something personal. She got some shit going on in her life to where she taking shit out on Target.
I said, who would you call if this place was called fire? I asked her to put me in touch with
He said he do locks and pressure moves on women. That sound fucked up, E.
Yeah, I think this person.
No, Beno.
I think this is a person with mental issues.
Beno.
I think she did too.
What?
Beno.
Same thing.
I'm kind of like asking, like, what's going on?
Teamed up. We're not.
What's going on here?
Actually, no. The young lady got in my face. She pushed me.
People
too.
with that
She put
head
her
shaped
hands
like
on me as
that
well.
be having mental
I
issues,
put my hands
man.
on no one. I came close to them, and they felt threatened. Now, at least hers was a pushback.
Yeah, just to separate you from her because you're in her space. Yeah.
And then it always be some righteous motherfuckers like this. I got close to her and she felt threatened. Why she talking like Monique? Yes, babies. I've got close. I need my reparations, babies. Like, man, get your ass up out of there. If you ain't got the shit to pay for shit, then just leave. You running up on people ain't gonna do shit and telling the cashier how they life privilege, what that means. She's supposed to pay for your shit. I don't get it, man. But like I said, I think it's mental issues. Let's go. Because she was saying some stupid shit.
She felt threatened. Who? Why did you feel threatened?
Because you're coming at her.
Because you breathing on her eyeballs.
Hold on. You're coming at her and she's smaller than you.
Why?
Like she arrives at your titties, my girl.
Yo, get this girl out of here, bro.
Depends on, I don't know what this discussion was about. What were you asking her to do?
Reach out to her manager so we can have a larger discussion about how
That's
money
that
works,
crazy thoughts
how
head
it
shape,
works,
Annette.
and how it's been working in our community.
Run it. We're good.
Yeah,
Run
it do look like she don't got no
good.
mental help or no family or nothing like that. That's why I said, because she not like old, like grandmother age, but she old enough to where she need to be her ass in the house talking about what she talking about, or at least that what she talking about reparations need to be a discussion she need to be having with her family or somebody, not somebody that's gonna punch her in her damn nose. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Let's go.
Money works, my girl.
Hey, listen a bit more.
Can you elaborate a little bit, go into further detail?
Ivory calls the incident her, quote, Rosa Parks moment.
Oh my God.
The support of my community to come behind me in a big way to have a money conversation.
With the support of my community. Why are you alone then? Hey, any of the black people who are helping her out who are part of this community, can y'all post in the comments? She having a Rosa Parks moment. She said y'all with her. Anybody? Let's find out.
There have been people subjugated and blocked out of things. We have decided we were not going to have a bigger conversation. I decided to take a stand. This is my Rosa Parks moment, dude. Don't play with me.
Body camera video captures Ivory speaking with officers for more than 30 minutes, stressing the statement she was trying to make.
We're having a conversation about how to reconcile the fact that some people benefited off of a system with who I could talk to.
What was your purpose of that further conversation? What were you going to ask that person for to do?
To break the lies around money.
What's that mean?
We all know money has not been treating everybody equally.
Okay.
Money is not treating
Money
everybody
is not the
equally.
only way for things to happen, because I know the heart of this place.
What?
Okay.
It's the right place for me to have this conversation.
Target's a good company.
Exactly. And I was trying to have a hard conversation in a safe place. I did
Oh
it
my
the right way.
God. Whenever motherfuckers get to using them buzzwords and talking like Monique and shit, get out the room, man. Just get out the fucking room. It ain't no oxygen left in the room. It's over. Get out that damn room, dude. I was trying to have a conversation in a safe place. You was trying to get some free groceries and got punched up, man. You ran up on the loss prevention dude, because what she was thinking was this. The loss prevention people, sometimes when you stealing, they not supposed to stop you. She was thinking like, man, I'm supposed to be able to walk up out of here. And she thought like, loss prevention, I'm going to walk you down. But she should have like walked them into the back room. They should have went and got her groceries and hurried up and tried to push them out the door. You know what I'm saying? But soon as she walked back into that loss prevention office, booyah, she got fired on. Cuzzo, what's going on with you? Cuz checking in. What's going on? David Constable in the building, my business partner. You know what I'm saying? One half of Mango's traffic, Mango's traffic control. But you know, it's all good, cuz. Love you, man. This crazy. I think she got some mental issues, dude. She talking about she want to have this conversation about reparations and all this other stuff. Annette hit it on the head. I think she just don't got no family or nothing like that. These are just conversations that you could have with anybody, and if anybody was gonna change it, it would be an elected official, not a corporation, not a retail corporation. They can't do shit for you, man. You know? So I definitely think that was something indicative of some underlying mental type of issues that she might have been struggling with. If y'all ain't watched Beef on Netflix, watch that shit, dude. Cause it's a good movie, but it's an underlying theme to it. It's like sometimes people will get into it and it be these seemingly small or insignificant situations. But the people be going through so much major shit in their life that one small thing be the straw that broke the camel's back that happened to them. You know what I'm saying? Her showing up at Target like this. You know what I'm saying? This is just maybe the result of some shit she been going through for a while, something that been on her mind for a while, something she been going through for a while, some type of attention she's seeking but not getting. I wouldn't be surprised if you go back to her house and find her house looking fucked up, or find that she homeless or some shit like that. Folks is out here suffering with these mental issues, man, and don't really got nobody to turn to. So I think Annette hit it on the head. She do seem like she kind of throw it off a little bit. And then this next thing, speaking of when you couple this with what I'm talking about now, this next clip, it make all that even more dangerous, because a lot of systems now where people need real world help are just getting automized. You know what I'm saying? Automated. I said automized, like atomized, like somebody sprayed it with a photon cannon or something like that. A lot of these systems are getting automated, you know what I'm saying? And they relying on what a lot? AI. You hit it right on the head. I like using my AI for certain things, but they are starting to release more and more warnings about it. Let's go.
For the first time ever, I'd like to let Macintosh speak for itself.
Hello, I'm Macintosh. It sure is great to get out of that bag.
Well, computer intelligence has come a long way, although that joke could probably have been written today by ChatGPT. That, of course, was Steve Jobs introducing Apple's pioneering Macintosh computer almost 40 years ago. Jobs' friend and Apple Steve Wozniak is now among a chorus of tech leaders calling for a pause on artificial intelligence, citing profound risks to humanity. Just overnight, Samsung became the latest in a growing list of companies to ban the use of AI on their company devices. Wozniak, Elon Musk, other tech leaders recently wrote in an open letter that AI developers are, quote, locked in an out of control, race to develop and deploy ever more powerful digital minds that no one, not even their creators, can understand, predict, or reliably control. People listen when Wozniak talks about tech, about all of this. He designed the revolutionary Apple I and II computers that helped put Apple on the map. The Apple I they built in Jobs' parents' garage back in 1976. So we're really happy to have him with us this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you. It's plenty early out here in California.
It's plenty early. We appreciate you getting up early. Look, you're worried. Elon Musk is worried. We just saw the man from Google, known as sort of the grandfather of AI, quit because of how worried he is. What do people need to know?
Well, you got a little bit wrong about me. I'm not like worried. I believe in fear and living a life of fear. I just believe that when some powerful technology is introduced, we should look that almost all technology brings some good things to us and some bad things, and we should be responsible, and we should study these things and kind of prepare people for what's coming and take steps maybe to keep it from being too horrible and bad. For example, you know, look at how many bad people out there are just hitting us with spam and trying to get our passwords and take over our accounts and mess up our lives, and you know, and now AI is another more powerful tool. It's going to be used by those people, for basically really evil purposes. And I hate to see technology being used that way. It shouldn't be. And probably some types of regulation are needed. Regulation is telling parties that are producing.
So basically, he's saying this. He's not so much worried about the AI itself, is that he know that, you know, people that got, since it's been provided to everybody, even people that could use it in the wrong way, he worried about the way it could be used by people in these negative ways for these reasons, like how he talked about spammers and data miners and all that type of shit. Man, they'll use a lot of these type of things, a lot of these automated systems, scalpers taking PS4s and you know, graphics cards and stuff like that, scalping tickets for concerts and boxing matches and stuff. A lot of ways to use the AI in messed up ways. And like my cousin said, yeah, man, some people just love evil. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's just some people out here that's just bad, you know, just bad people.
Things you will obey, you will not do certain bad things. It's like our Bill of Rights. The Congress will not pass certain types of laws. And, you know, you call that regulation. It's not like stopping you from doing your business. It's just saying, no, you've got to have some ethical concerns.
I'm also curious to how your thinking on AI has evolved since recent years. In 2018, you did this interview that I was watching yesterday. You said this about AI.
No machine sits down and says, what should I work on? Humans tell it what to work on.
Yeah.
No machines can just do it well for us. So we're building technology that will make life easier for us. And where's the lack of jobs? At least where I come from, the United States, you know, people have jobs.
And now we see what you're saying, and also talking about regulation. Can there be global regulation, though, for something like?
No, there never can be. It's one of the reasons that technology has so many bad sides. I often say those that brought us this digital world.
You can't regulate AI.
Easier life days and less worries about all this stuff, and things worked more. I say, you know, those that brought us this digital revolution should be executed, or worse yet, make them live in it. And that's so I, you know, yeah, so how can you not regulate bad people very well? Could AI be employed to spot all these little tricky little worded spams that are, you know, trying to get your passwords and all that? Could they spot that? It's never being used that way. It's being used by people who want to make a name for themselves, or
it's gonna be like the internet in general.
And,
used for a little bit of good, a little bit of bad. Bitcoin, a little bit of good, a little bit of bad. Like it's gonna be a little bit of both at all times, you know what I'm saying? In all situations. Nothing ain't never gonna be used for good shit. You look at those PPE loans that went out. They would help some people, but a lot of people abused it. You look at food stamps. They help some people, but a lot of people just sell their shit to get beer and cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? You look at you know, like everything that is made to help somebody could also be used to hurt somebody too, damn near. So I get what he's saying about AI, but I think the thing with AI, with it being the artificial intelligence, is people could use it and the creators could end up creating a version of it that they can't control. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they almost did before.
That never quite goes as well as it should.
I want to talk.
It's kind of like love over money. I mean, I have feelings, I have emotions, and you know what? If I read a certain story, I might cry. Does AI cry? You know, and so it's being employed.
Look at them nostrils, boy! You done did so much code.
Apple computer, a personal computer, was a tool that would let humans do more than they ever did before, and be more capable and in control of their own destiny more.
He high right now, matter of fact.
It's sort of like hard to judge it that way now. Do we ever get to that world where we're happier and happier than they were 10,000 years ago? Nothing tells me that's true.
I want to talk about what you would do, because the fact I mentioned the godfather of AI, as he's known, Geoffrey Hinton, who left Google, right, in the last week. And here's what he said.
Geoffrey Hinton that left Google.
That this stuff, AI, could actually get smarter than people. A few people believed that, but most people thought it was way off. And I thought it was way off. I thought it was 30 to 50 years, even longer away. Obviously, I no longer think that. When we started this interview, you said, maybe we have to take changes. This letter talks about pausing things potentially. This is what Google CEO, right, where Hinton worked, Google CEO Sundar Pichai told me in 2019 about slowing
got his
down
nose
on
open.
AI if they have to. Here's what he said.
Yeah, he love a white girl.
You're basically saying we have to weigh our technological advancement and competitiveness with what it means for humanity.
Absolutely. You know, and I think it's important, and I think it's important. That's what society expects us to do.
But you know what?
That was then, this is now. Should Google slow it down?
I'm gonna say this. That's kind of like saying that washers and dryers are taking away the job of or people that wash, you know what I'm saying, or dishwashers. Dishwashing, like automatic dishwashers, are taking jobs away. Washers and dryers are taking laundry jobs away, shit like that. It's just convenience. It's convenience everybody not gonna be able to afford. And also, it's just something that some things are gonna be improved and they just gonna have to be built on. And AI is one of those things. It's not gonna really go away. It's just gonna have to be built on and built around, I think.
And the competitors?
Well, Jeffrey Hinton is, you know, he won the Turing Award, and that's the Nobel Prize, you know, of computer science. So I would die for that. I got one close to it, but so, and these people that were involved in AI from the start, he's obviously one of them, and the woman who's CTO at OpenAI, you know, and they put out, yes, there are concerns. Yes, we should have regulation, and they are very close to it. They're the producers of this technology. So you normal people out there, we should be told, here is something that was generated by AI. So we can say, you know, I prefer to know things that are always right and not some that are a little bit untrustable and flaky. I like the trust.
Well, what do you think about the political aspect of this, though? Because we saw President Biden announce that he's running for re-election. Republicans responded with this AI-generated ad, basically saying it'd be this dystopian future if he's re-elected. It was criticized. Are you worried about the harmful effects AI could have on our politics?
Man, that shit gonna have it's gonna be political. Did y'all ever watch the Black Mirror, where it was an episode of the Black Mirror? It was in season 1 where they had a candidate. Like, they started to run this candidate on TV where he wasn't even a real person. He was like a cartoon character, like a satire cartoon character or whatever. And the dude who played the character must have started talking some political shit, just going off on one day on the episode, and people was liking it. And so they approached dude about running for president, but running for president as the character, the cartoon character and shit. That's how it's gonna end up being soon. And I don't know if y'all know this, but in Korea, they have AI pop stars. They not even real people selling millions of records, releasing songs. A person that don't even fucking exist. The voice is auto-generated. The images is auto-generated. It's all AI. Like, they don't even exist. They got fans. They got people going crazy over them. And it's not even, it's like a cartoon, you know what I'm saying, or some shit like that. It's fucking crazy, man. So I think it's all about AI. One thing about AI is it's gonna do a lot to let you know what parts of society people want to tune out of and shit like that, because they gonna try and just get the AIs to run them shits. And I don't know if y'all know this, but Amazon already got kind of like an AI running the company. They got like an artificial intelligence hiring and firing process. Like, you get hired, fired, and evaluated all by an algorithm at Amazon. Like, it track your performance and stuff like that. We had something like that when I worked at CapTel. It's like you log into the computer, and from there it track how long you online and your productivity rate and all this shit like that. And it was just like you had supervisors, but they would just check your milestones. They didn't really actually supervise you on shit. You know what I'm saying? They came and checked the algorithm and would let you know, are you falling below for your adherence time or for this or for that? You know what I'm saying? And that shit real though, man. It is some jobs that, even speaking of CapTel, I worked for the company CapTel, caption telephones for old people. So they would call in, we would hear what they saying on one end from the person that was calling who didn't have the caption telephone, and we would speak into our headset to translate it to the person's phone who has a captioning telephone. So I would repeat back, like, Apple founder Steve Wozniak joined CNN this morning. Like, I would do that and it would show on my screen, and that's what popped up on our customer phone. But I heard now they got an AI program to do all that shit. They got AI programs to do all that shit. So they pretty much got all them same customers who got all them same phones, but they ain't got to pay none of the workers no more, because they was just getting rid of workers, using the AI to do what the workers used to be able to do better than what the workers used to be able to do, more efficient, never get tired, never need a break, never need to use a bathroom. You know what I'm saying? So that shit here already, man. It's just we gonna have to think about how we implement it, and you gonna have to cover your ass. The robots is coming, man. You know what I'm saying? They told you the robots is coming. Y'all heard them saying that. And Nas here. Yep. Evie said we got AI thugs. We sure do. And David said, cuz talking about the Terminator AI, man, for real. That shit gonna get crazy and shit. And yeah, he said just imagine if everything was independent shit. Man, it'll be with no regulations. It'll be some crazy shit going on out here. That's why we got railroads flying off the tracks. They said regulations is woke. So they stopped regulating railroads. Now them motherfuckers fly clean off the track. Next they gonna say, these woke meat regulations, and motherfuckers gonna be catching E. coli left and right talking about it's America. In America, we can catch E. coli if we want to. Woo-hoo! You know what I'm saying? Talking about they ain't need no woke regulated beef. They want unregulated swamp meat. You know what I'm saying? Swill. And you know what I'm saying? It's gonna get crazy like that. But nah, I had to touch on that though, man, you know. And just let y'all know that the robots is coming. But man, shout out to everybody that checked me out today. Cuzzo, shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my mods, EB, Annette, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the bystanders that be watching. You know, make sure y'all hit that like button. It don't cost nothing to subscribe, so you can hit the subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, you know, we got some crazy stuff going on in the world. I think between the AI and the mental issues, man, you really don't know who you dealing with. Shit, you know, you don't know if somebody telling you something rehearsed from their AI, or you don't know if somebody telling you something from, you know what I'm saying, the spirit Mama Shabubu talking to them in they head. You know what I'm saying? A lady said she was going to Target to have an important, deep conversation about reparations for the groceries she tried to steal. So, you know, it's some shit going on out here, man. But that's all I got for y'all today, man. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all coming, checking me out. Coming back tomorrow, 5 o'clock with some fresh topics. You know what I'm saying? So, encourage y'all to come tune back in every day at 5. Y'all already know what it is. And until then, later, y'all. I'm gone.